And we say good morning to you. We're broadcasting live on the road again at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton again on this Wednesday, September the 7th. Church Night Show number 1696. Good morning to you. Thank you for being with us. We appreciate you so much on the other side of this camera, both on YouTube and Facebook now. Or Facebook and now on YouTube, I guess I should say it. So lots going on. We're going to take a look at high school football, high school volleyball, high school soccer. The NFL, take a look at some college football, Major League Baseball. Going to be joined by Joseph Taylor. Going to break down the Tennessee-Pittsburgh preview coming up on Saturday. We've got the new top 25. We'll run down that for you in just a minute. It came out after the show yesterday, but it's still out there, and so there's some movement, obviously, in the polls, as it should be. Tennessee cracking the top 25, which is great news for the first time in the Josh Heupel era. Tennessee's in the top 25, taking on Pitt, who's also in the top 25. We'll talk about that. Also going to be joined by Greg Sire talking Major League Baseball. The Braves win last night. Mets lose. The Braves are dead even now in the National League East. They're right there even, Steven, with the Mets, trying to take it over tonight when they'll play in Oakland. And the Mets will continue their series, I believe, in Pittsburgh with the Pirates. We'll talk about that as well. And then, of course, we'll be joined a little bit later on in the show by Sean Whitten, head football coach of the Elizabethton Cyclones. Big game on Friday night against the top 10 team in the state in 5A football, a very talented Daniel Boone team. So Coach Whitten will join us a little bit later on, and that's the plan for today. He's scheduled to be here. Sometimes things come up, but he is scheduled to be here on this Wednesday here at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton. All right, let's get it started as we always do. We got a verse today to tell you about, and also the Kingdom Heirs ready to do the national anthem as only they can do. The official Southern Gospel group at Hollywood ready to bring it to you, the national anthem here on show number 1696. We're heading towards, 1700 will be tomorrow, 97. Friday will be 98. 99 next Tuesday. Next Tuesday, I'm not sure where I'm going to be, but next Tuesday will be show number 1700 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Here are the Kingdom Heirs.
1, 2. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, here's the verse of the day. Psalms 48:14 says, "For this God is our God forever and ever. For this God is our God forever and ever. He will be our guide even until death." Yep, should be driving your bus until the day you take your last breath. That's the goal. It's what he wants to do anyway. Hope you allow him to do that. I can tell you real fast, it's a whole lot better when you let him run it than you run it. I did that for years and years and years, and no, it was always a train wreck. Thought I could do everything. Thought I didn't need any help. So that old Travis Tritt song, 10 foot tall and bulletproof, well, you'll find out real quick you're not. And you'll find out even quicker that you're not in control. You think you're in control, you are not in control. If you don't learn anything else from this show for the next 2 hours, hear me and hear me well, you are not in control. You think you are, but anytime he wants to remind you that you're not, he will do that. Sometimes he does it intentionally just to chastise his kids. Let them know that no, that ain't how it's going to work. So anyway, let's jump in and take a look at college football and get it started here. And so the college football top 25 is out, the new one from yesterday. Reigning national champion Georgia rewarded that big win over Oregon by jumping up to number 2 in the polls. They were number 3. They swapped with Ohio State. Buckeyes dropped to number 3. I'm sure the Buckeye Nation is not happy about that, but it's so early. Who cares? I mean, it's all this is just chit-chat anyway. When the real polls come out a little bit later in November, a little bit later in the year in November. I think maybe mid-October, November when the first polls come out for the playoff picture. Fighting Irish dropped only 3 spots, number 8. Of course, they'll take on. They're getting ready to lose again. They didn't lose. Yeah, they did lose. They lost to Ohio State. Getting ready to lose again. The Thundering Herd's going to thump them on Saturday. Oh yeah, Marshall's going into Notre Dame and beat them like a junkyard dog. Going to be ugly, bad. So, got to tell this story. It's great. We played Uno the other day, so I started jacking my jaws. It was hilarious. And I walked in and said, I just want you people to know I am the Uno king in the world. I've never lost. Well, that immediately got everybody's dandruff up. Everybody got a little fired up. And so I said, I've never lost Uno. And one of the girls said, you lose all the time. What are you talking about? No, I'm like a Swiffer. I'm going to mop you people up. Won 1 out of 6, I think. They were all over me because I was talking smack. Yeah, really? I thought you were unbeatable. I thought you never lost. You only won 1 out of 6 today playing Uno. It's like, okay. Well, I'm talking smack again. The Thundering Herd's going to thump the Notre Dame Fighting Irish on Saturday in South Bend. Anyway, Notre Dame's dropped down to number 8. I didn't do very good in Uno either. God, I hate those draw 4s. That just drives me nuts. People give you them draw 4s. Or they give that one, they skip you. That always jacks me up, too. It's like I'm ready to put down a card and go, oh, yeah, we skipped you. Go on. It's like, really? So it was a lot of fun. We had a good time. So the boys were fun. The girls were fun. We all had a good time. So, all right, let's go. Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State, Michigan, Clemson, top 5. Florida, one of the big winners of the new poll. After going unranked and receiving only 14 votes in the preseason poll, they jumped to number 12 with their big win over number 7 Utah on Billy Napier's debut. So that'll set up a big top 25 matchup on Saturday. First time these two teams have been ranked when they played each other. Kentucky, number 20 Kentucky, and number 12 Florida will collide. We'll talk about that in a moment. Florida's jumped, the biggest one for an unranked team since the first regular poll back in 2016. So Utah dropping to 13 after losing to Florida. Number 10 is Southern Cal. Let's run them down for you. Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State, Michigan, Clemson, your top 5. Then comes Texas A&M. As I read these, listen for the Southeastern Conference. Well, they're not the strongest football conference in America. Big Ten is. Listen to the SEC teams when I read these. Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State, Michigan, Clemson, Texas A&M, Oklahoma, Notre Dame, Baylor, Southern Cal. That's your top 10. Then comes Oklahoma State, Florida, number 12, Utah, number 13, Michigan State, number 14, Miami, 15, Arkansas, hello, number 16. Then comes the Pitt Panthers, Tennessee's opponent, NC State, Wisconsin, 19th, Kentucky, hello, 20th. Then you have BYU, Ole Miss, hello, 22nd, Wake Forest, 23rd, Tennessee, hello, 24th, and Houston, 25th. So what we got, 8? Is that right? 8 in the poll. Alabama, Georgia, it's 2. Texas A&M 3, Florida 4, Arkansas 5, Kentucky 6, Ole Miss 7, Tennessee 8. Yep, 8 teams out of the Southeastern Conference in the top 25 this week. And yet we hear all the time, well, the Big Ten's the best conference in America. It's a bunch of hogwash. It starts in the South, it ends in the South. It's a Southern thing, I'm just telling you. And it's going to be staying in the South this year too. I'm going to go out on the limb and tell you the national champion will come out of the Southeastern Conference, either Alabama or Georgia. I'm just telling you, they're loaded for bear. All right, let's run down the top 25, who's playing where. We'll go chronologically at 12 o'clock on Saturday. 23rd ranked Wake Forest will be in Nashville to battle Vanderbilt. Also, the early games, 15th ranked Miami hosting Southern Miss, 16th ranked Arkansas hosting South Carolina. These are all 12 o'clock games. Top ranked Alabama, the Crimson Tide, will go into Austin, Texas, and put a thumping on the Longhorns. You wait and see. 12 o'clock kickoff, Ohio State at the Shoe will host Arkansas State, checkbook game. 12:30, 18th ranked North Carolina State hosting Charleston Southern, checkbook game. 13th ranked Utah at 1:30 will host Southern Utah. That will be a checkbook game. 2:30, 8th ranked Notre Dame, Marshall. It's going to be a checkbook game for Marshall. They're going to kill Notre Dame. Kill them. We are Marshall. Go Herd. 3:30 on Saturday. Number 24 Tennessee will be number 17 Pittsburgh. Number 19 Wisconsin will host an afternoon game Washington State. Clemson, 5th-ranked Tigers, home at Memorial Stadium. 3:30 kickoff against Furman. 6th-ranked Texas A&M will host Appalachian State. By the way, did you see the payout to Ball State? Tennessee beat them 59-10, and Ball State got a check for $1.5 million. Ain't too shabby for an afternoon worth of work. That'll buy a lot of jock straps and helmets and pay for plane tickets, people flying places, and take care of a lot of things. You get a check for $1.5 million going back to Ball State. Ain't too shabby. 6th-ranked Texas A&M hosting App State. Number 2 Georgia hosting Samford. Checkbook game. I think Appalachian State will give Texas A&M a game for a while. I don't think they're going to beat them, but I think for a while they're going to hang right there with them. Pretty good program in Boone, I'm just telling you. Hello, Baker. How you doing, lady? 25th ranked Houston will go to Texas Tech. 14th ranked Michigan State on the weekend will host Akron. Matchup 7 o'clock Saturday. 12th ranked Florida hosting 20th ranked Kentucky. Good ball game there. Billy Napier may have something already for Florida. They beat Kentucky, and after beating Utah, Gators may be back. We'll see what they do on Saturday. 7 o'clock in the Swamp. 7th ranked Oklahoma hosting Kent State. 22nd ranked Ole Miss will host Central Arkansas. 10th ranked Southern Cal goes to Stanford. Interesting game there at Stanford Stadium against the Cardinal and the Trojans. 11th ranked Oklahoma State Saturday night hosting Arizona State. 4th ranked Michigan in the Big House against Hawaii. 8 o'clock kickoff. And then 21st ranked BYU will host 9th ranked Baylor. It's another ranked game. Big good ball game there at BYU. So you've got head-to-head competition. You got Baylor and BYU. You've got Kentucky and Florida. And let's see, wasn't there another one? Seems like there's another one up through here somewhere. Oh, yeah, our game, Tennessee and Pitt. So we got 3 games involved ranked teams playing head-to-head on Saturday. Tom Taylor Sports Show, getting them live at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton on this Wednesday. So the other Southeastern Conference teams, let me bring those up to you, too. Yeah, I'm a big SEC guy. I guess you know that. Missouri plays at Kansas State. Auburn will host San Jose State. LSU hosting Southern University. That's the teams involving that aren't ranked. LSU's not ranked. That's interesting. Auburn's not ranked. That's interesting. And the other one is Missouri, which I anticipate they would not be. They're playing at Kansas State. So there you go. That's your polls. Again, top 10 right now in college football this week. No surprise, Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State, Michigan, Clemson. Then comes Texas A&M, Oklahoma, Notre Dame, Baylor, and Southern Cal. Your top 10 this week in college football. We are live here at Chick-fil-A in Elizabeth. We're going to have the taste test coming up on Monday. The brand new milkshake is going to be out. The Autumn Spice Milkshake, brand spanking new. They're going to have it out. It'll roll out on Monday. It's a brand new milkshake they've never had. It's called Autumn Spice. All the employees tried it yesterday and said it was awesome. Also, the spicy chicken sandwich is coming back by popular demand. So those two will be back in action on Monday. Coming up this coming Monday, we'll be back here again, and we'll do a taste test with Molly live on the air. So we're looking forward to that. That'll be coming up again on Monday. And that's when they'll roll out this brand new milkshakes. If you like the peach milkshakes, you best get in here and get them because they're running out. And it's while supplies last is what I've been told. So you would want that. You'd want to get in here and get yourself some peach milkshake or milkshakes before they run out. Once they're gone, they're gone. Quick break. We'll be right back. Take a look at Major League Baseball. Bottom of the hour, Joseph Taylor here to join us to break down the Tennessee-Pittsburgh game coming up at 3:30 on Saturday in Pittsburgh. The Panthers, a big football team. Josh Heupel says it's an SEC-type team. They have big offensive and defensive lines. They're big. They're rugged. They got a pretty good running back as a bruiser. I want to break it down for you and talk about it coming up. First, here's Dr. Aaron Kaiser from Physical Therapy Services, one of our great sponsors here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Talking to Dr. Aaron Kaiser from Physical Therapy Services. Tell us what you're all about.
Well, we're physical therapy, and so what we do is we put people through rehab, whether it's surgical or non-surgical, and try to get them back as functionally possible as fast as we can so that they're functional.
Yep. Things you guys do, things that you offer, the ways you take care of people.
Okay, so we have a bunch of equipment that we get to use on people all the time. So we have an Alter G, which is an anti-gravity treadmill. We have a Biodex. We have new steps. We do a lot of manual. We do modalities. We really do it all. We treat knee replacements, shoulder replacements, rotator cuff. We do vertigo. We do carpal tunnel. We do neuropathy. We do it all.
Do it all,
yeah.
and do it well.
Thank
you.
2
locations?
Yes, 2 locations. One is 1975 West Elk Avenue. That is our main orthopedic clinic. That's where we do the athletes and the adults and that kind of thing. And then we have a pediatric clinic. It's in medical care, 1500 West Elk Avenue, and that's where we have PT and OT for kids.
They have a lot to offer, folks, so the best way to do is find out through social media what they do offer, and how do we find you?
So we have Facebooks they're separate from both of them, the ortho clinic and the pediatric clinic. And then, of course, you can always just call us or grab me on a sideline. You'll probably find me there most of the time.
There you go. Dr. Aaron Kaiser, one of our great sponsors of the Tom Dillard Sports Show and Cyclone Sports at Physical Therapy Services.
Thank you.
At Carter County Bank, it's our job to help you focus on the happy moments and check off the things on your to-do list to make them happen. We're here along the way so you can pull off the happiest moments in life. Carter County Bank, in the business of happiness.
Back on the Tom Dillard Sports Show now on YouTube. Thank you for watching us on YouTube. I know the Science Hill game had over 2,300 views on YouTube alone, so thank you very much. Cannot thank you enough. And, of course, one of our great sponsors on the broadcast are the good folks from Ivy Hall Nursing Home, and Joseph's here. He's going to join us coming up here in a minute. All right, the Braves draw even with the Mets last night. Mets got beat 8-2 in Pittsburgh. God, how do you get beat by the Pirates? They're terrible. What's their record? Pittsburgh is 50-84. And the Mets lose to them, which I'm glad for. Braves win. They beat Oakland out on the left coast last night. So they're now even, Steven. They're going to try and take it over tonight. And so what was the final score? Atlanta beat them 10-9. So they'll do it again tonight. Who's on the hill for the Bravos tonight trying to take over first? It's going to be a 3:30 game. It'll be Spencer Strider's going to be on the mound tonight for this afternoon, rather. 3:30 start for the Braves at Oakland Alameda County Coliseum, the former home of the Raiders. Who's going to win the Super Bowl? Can you keep a straight face? The Raiders. Yeah. Click your heels, Dorothy. You're not in Oz anymore. So there you go. All right. Winners last night in Major League Baseball. Joe's going to join us coming up next. Pirates beat the Mets. We told you Tampa Bay doubles up Boston. Man, they're a bad team in Fenway this year. Whew. Where are they at? They're at 67-70. Good grief. Philadelphia, Baltimore. It wins. Yankees, Minnesota rained out at Yankee Stadium. The Cubs beat the Reds 9-3, our other regional team. Cardinals win. Just keep on winning. They're gapping, big-time gap with Milwaukee now. It's not even a pennant race, really. Cleveland, Texas, Colorado, the Angels, San Diego, and the Braves. Seattle and the Dodgers all get W's in Major League Baseball. All right, your schedule today. Early game, Mets in Pittsburgh, 12:35 in Pittsburgh. The Yankees in Minnesota will play a double dip tonight, Yankee Stadium. You have Milwaukee at Colorado. Oakland again hosting the Braves, 3:37 our time. Detroit against the Angels in Los Angeles. San Francisco, the Dodgers. Clayton Kershaw on the hill for the Dodgers today. The Dodgers, what I got them down? They are the winningest team in Major League Baseball. They are at 93 wins. 116 is all-time high. They're on their way. They may be able to pull it off. We'll see. They'll host the Giants in a day game. White Sox in Seattle. The Mets in Pittsburgh actually playing two because they got rained out yesterday. Boston and Tampa Bay in Tampa. Miami at Philadelphia. Toronto at Baltimore. Other games, Cincinnati will play the Cubs in Chicago. Washington and the Cardinals do it again at Busch Stadium. Cleveland and Kansas City. Texas at Houston. And Arizona will take on the Padres in San Diego. Sit and watch the Padres and the Dodgers tonight. She and I watched it, and it's interesting. They got a lot of talent. That Padres team to not be doing any better than they're doing. I mean, they're doing okay. But they're not setting the woods on fire. But they're in the hunt for a wild card position. But I guess when you're in the Dodgers division, they've got 93 wins. The Padres got 75 wins, which is impressive. But it doesn't seem so when you're up against the Dodgers with 93 wins. So, anyway, the top five winningest programs right now are franchises. Dodgers have 93. Houston's got 87. Atlanta and the Mets both have 85 wins. And the Yankees have certainly cooled off. They've got 81, and the Yankees are down to a 4.5-game lead. You're talking about squandering a lead, blowing the lead, having a meltdown. The Yankees are having a meltdown, no question, in the American League East. All right, quick break. We'll be right back. He's here. We'll talk a little Tennessee football. We're getting ready to play a football team that's big. Josh Heupel says they're big, they're physical. They got a bunch of guys returning from last year. The all-conference defensive unit is very, very stout. So it will not be a walk in the park. It will not be Ball State, I can guarantee you. It's there for openers in Pittsburgh. It's on their field, and it's not going to be a walk in the park. But Joseph will tell us all about it. He'll join us right after this break. We are live here again at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton. Coming up Monday, the brand new milkshake. First time ever, the Autumn Spice Milkshake. They've never had one before. First time. It's going to be exciting to sample it. Looking forward to that. And so we'll do that. Coming up on Monday, also the spicy chicken sandwich come back for the fall, too. So that's pretty cool. A lot of folks, that's been a very popular item as well. All right, quick break. We'll be right back right after this. We're live. We're on the road at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Joseph Taylor joins us next.
Well, hello again. This is Pastor Fowler, Pleasant Beach Baptist Church. And I want to invite you to some special things we have going on this fall. I love the fall, the beautiful days, and it won't be long before the leaves will be turning. But I love the clear skies, and so we want to invite you to be with us September Sunday nights. We call it Singing and Preaching. And we have some special guests each Sunday night, and then some special music playing. Want you to come be a part of that. And then also, don't forget, October the 8th, we'll have our Fall Festival for the young people, and that'll be Saturday afternoon, and then our homecoming on October 9th. So let's make the most of this fall and serve the Lord Jesus Christ with our lives.
Insurance. How can you help us with auto insurance?
Well, one of the things Horace Mann was started for, Tom, back in 1945 was to provide auto insurance for educators. They came up with the idea that if we could put a group of school teachers together in one company, their cars would sit in a parking lot for 10, 12 hours a day. Friday and Saturday nights, they're home grading papers. They're all college educated. They have a tendency to be better drivers because they set an example for their students. And knowing all those things, we'd probably have less claims. And so we're able to offer better insurance rates because of that.
And so, if you're a teacher, an educator, you want to come here and get a quote because of that, your quotes and your rates are typically better than other folks, right?
That's right. And we also do a couple other things for educators. If they were to get into an accident while they're on school business, we don't have a deductible on that, Tom. They won't have to pay a deductible. If somebody vandalizes their car while it's on school property, they don't pay a deductible for that. If they get into an accident on school property, we waive the deductible. If they get into an accident with another Horace Mann agent or a Horace Mann client, they're going to not have to pay a deductible also.
It's good stuff. So if you need more information, go to social media or give him a call. How can we get a hold of you and find out more? Yeah,
you can just call me here at the office at 543-0059 or go to horacemann.com on the internet, and you'll be able to find our office here.
There you go. One of our great sponsors here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports, the good folks right here at Rick Walters, Horace Mann Insurance.
Hi, this is Mandy Lewis with Mary Kay Cosmetics. Did you know we can quickly and conveniently deliver Mary Kay products directly to you? We offer easy-to-do home and office delivery. Avoid standing in a line for your skincare products when Mary Kay can ship them right to your door through the customer delivery service. Find out today how we can ship the hundreds of quality Mary Kay products right to your door. Contact me today at marykay.com/mlewis10377. That's marykay.com/mlewis10377.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, look who showed up. You know, the way we got set up, you just have this aura behind him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that means, I guess I should go in there. I guess I go pull that curtain down. If you want me to get in and pull, I guess I can do that.
I mean, I'm fine.
You fine with it?
Yeah.
You're all right. Yeah, he's okay. He's got that glow about him. You're a little angelic.
I'm feeling good, man.
Yeah, the halo, it's It's the glare coming off that halo in your head. There
Glad
you
to
go.
be here.
All right, Tennessee and Pittsburgh. We crack the top 25 for the first time in Heupel's here. That's pretty good, isn't it?
That is absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all you can ask for. When they fired Pruitt, they brought in Danny White, and Danny White, the athletic director, said he met with several players, and he asked the players, "What do y'all want in your next head coach?" And he said almost every player said, "We want to have an explosive offense." And so Danny White says, well, I got an idea. There's this coach down here where I was at UCF named Josh Heupel, who has probably the most explosive offense that you could imagine. So why don't we bring him in? And it's been an excellent fit.
Oh, absolutely.
We definitely needed an upgrade in Knoxville on the offensive side of the ball, and he has certainly brought the big game, big play offense back.
Yeah. So the Pitt Panthers will be our opponent on Saturday, 3:30 kickoff in Pittsburgh. This will not be Ball State.
No, sir.
Not a walk in the park.
No, this is big boy football.
Yeah.
Pitt's physical on offense and defense. Their defensive linemen, athletic, big, strong. Let's see what we got. This is a huge game. There's no other way to say it.
Yep.
This is a huge game for Tennessee.
Yep.
If you want to have a successful season, you got to find a way to win this game. You're a 6.5 point favorite on the road. You got to go in and take care of business and win this game.
Yeah, and you know that's on the bulletin board at Pitt's locker room that
for
they're
sure.
a 6-point underdog
Yeah,
in their home field
at home, yeah.
after beating West Virginia, the
Yeah.
big rival. Oh, that's
exactly, and I think Narduzzi said as much. Like we appreciate being the underdog.
oh,
here.
absolutely.
So
It
yeah,
probably stoked the fire. It should.
100%.
Yeah. So they got 6 all ACC players back on defense. They got a big old physical running back. I'm trying to catch his name here. Rodney Hammond was their running back. Their transfer, Keaton Slovis from Southern Cal, passed for 308 yards. So this is a team that's going to cause problems for Tennessee. They're big and physical. What did you take from Ball State? What were the positives for Tennessee, and what was it that may have bothered you didn't like about that game?
So the positives, you had to be impressed with how they were able to move the ball, how they were able to spread the ball around to different receivers. They even got backup quarterbacks in. Joe Milton, the backup quarterback, played well. That's a good sign because, you're not guaranteed to have 12 games of your quarterback being healthy. So having a backup is huge. It's kind of a surprise that Milton didn't transfer, to be honest, but he stayed, and good for Tennessee to have it. As far as things that were a little make you question a little bit, they weren't able to get any sacks.
Yep.
But they were there, and Ball State was definitely running a offense where they're getting the ball out quick. So, but you'd love to have seen at least one sack to say, hey, we're here, we're ready. But we didn't get a sack, so maybe this week they'll break through.
So if you're Pitt and their coaching staff, Narduzzi and the boys are getting ready for the Volunteers, how are they getting ready for them? How are they scouting this team?
You definitely need to tell your defense to be ready because Tennessee's trying to snap the ball within 15 or 20 seconds after the ball's set. They're ready. So you got to tell your defense, don't run around celebrating, after a tackle. You know how some of them do. They act like they've won the Super Bowl after they make a big play. No, get back in the huddle, get ready to play. They're coming quick. And Tennessee's watching the box. If they see a magic number of guys in the box, they're going to throw the ball. If they see less than that, they're going to try to run the ball. So, Pitt needs to try to change up their looks a little bit on defense.
Did you see where you're talking about celebration? The defensive lineman for LSU jumped up and down after a big play.
Towards ACL.
He's gone for the year.
For the year, just on celebrating.
Yeah. He made a big play, and he's jumping up and down. He's excited. He landed wrong on his knee, blew it out, and he's done.
Man.
So, what a freaky thing. So, all right, so you take all the intangibles, you take Heupel, and you take this football team that's cracked the top 25. We're going to Pitt. Panthers are a 6-point underdog at home. That's going to jack them up. So, what do you think? And when it's all said and done,
I think the Big Orange is going to go in there, and they're going to come out with the victory. I think they cover the spread. I think they'll win by about 10-14 myself.
Think so?
Yeah.
Hope so. Tennessee at Pittsburgh. Let's look at the other top 25 games and see what he get his take on them as we're here live at Chick-fil-A. Now, coming up on Monday is the Autumn Spice Milkshake, the new one. So, brand spanking new milkshakes. Never had one before. They're going to bring out a fall milkshake to complement the peach in the summer and the chocolate chip peppermint for the holidays. They're coming out with a.
Well, I don't have high hopes. I'm not a pumpkin
It's got a lot of cinnamon in it.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe then.
Yeah, give it a shot.
Give it a shot.
Give it a shot. He's coming back Monday, I think, so he can give it
Yeah.
a shot. We're going to have a taste test on Monday here, and they're bringing back the spicy chicken sandwich by popular demand, so that's going to be good. All right, so here we go. Let's, in no particular order, we'll run down some of these games. We talked Tennessee, Pittsburgh, right? The other games, number 20, Kentucky, number 12, Florida. Florida jumps to nowhere in the polls up to number 12.
That was an impressive win. Probably the most impressive win of the whole weekend. And, I mean, Utah kind of gave it to them a little bit. But, you got to – Florida worries me now. I thought we had talked about that game as being a win for Tennessee, but, man, their quarterback is so good and athletic.
Yes.
And that's the thing that drives Tennessee mad. So we got to – well, that'll be a dogfight.
Anthony Richardson's the quarterback, right?
Oh, yeah.
The Gators.
And he played. Did you see that play on I think it was the 2-point conversion where he did a full jump 360 and got out of the way and still completed the pass? Whew, he looked good. They worry me.
Yep. Well, we got them in a couple of weeks. They've got Kentucky in the Swamp at 7 o'clock on Saturday night.
Florida. I got Florida in that one.
Do you?
Oh, yeah.
Got the Gators? All right. Alabama, Texas. Will the Longhorns have anything for them?
No.
No.
Alabama as much as they want.
It's a
Whatever they
machine.
want, yeah.
It really is a machine.
It'll be just like Georgia and
Oregon
last week.
Yep.
Alabama will do whatever they want.
Georgia, speaking of, they went to number 2. They got Samford. That's going to be a checkbook game and send them home. So the Bulldogs get a big old check like Ball State got a
Nothing needs to be said about that one.
No, $1.5 million check, Ball State, to play Tennessee.
And, hey, if you get out of that game with no injuries, take the money and run.
Amen. That'll buy a lot, as I said earlier, a lot of helmets, shoulder pads, jock straps, socks, whatever you need.
Absolutely.
That'll help fund the program.
I was talking to my wife about it. She was like, "Why do these teams do this?" I'm like, "Well, this supplements the whole athletic program,
absolutely.
not just football. You're
Absolutely.
talking about all the sports. That's why they do it."
Yeah.
And that's this is talking about something totally different. But when you hear the SEC talking about going to either a 9-game schedule, that cuts one of those payday games for these smaller schools, and that's something to think about. But I mean, these people make way more money than I do to make these decisions. So
yeah, because Ball State, if they didn't have this game, would not be making $1.5 million.
No, and that's huge for your whole athletic budget.
For a mid-major school like Ball State, that's huge.
Yeah.
So, all right, other games. We said Alabama's going to cream Texas. We're good with that?
Yes,
one?
sir.
All right. The upset of the day. The Marshall Thundering Herd will go to Notre Dame, my alma mater, and they're going to put a thumping on the Fighting Irish.
Okay.
It's a big upset.
Gotcha.
It's the upset pick of the week.
Okay.
Marshall, Notre Dame.
Because I got an upset. I'm feeling a little upset myself here. I think Vanderbilt is going to upset Wake Forest.
Do you really?
I think so.
All right.
I think Coach Lee down there at Vanderbilt is really going to turn that program around. He seems to have an idea of what he wants. Now, I may be dead wrong on this, but I think Vanderbilt's going to do it.
We're live here at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton. Greg Sawyer joins us top of the hour. Sean Whitten joins us later in the show to talk about the big game Friday night against Daniel Boone. We'll talk about that ourselves here in just a few minutes. South Carolina at Arkansas in the SEC. Gamecocks or Arkansas at home?
I think Arkansas's got that pretty easy at home. I did not think South Carolina looked good last week.
No, they did not. All right. Texas A&M against Appalachian State. Appalachian State put 60-some points on the board and lost to North Carolina, so will they have anything for them?
I don't think so.
All
I think A&M wins pretty easy.
And the only other one ranked would be 9th-ranked Baylor at number 21 BYU. So anything there?
I think Baylor. Yeah.
Now, they're all jacked up. Of course, the national sports writers can't stand the SEC. It's very obvious. So now all of a sudden they're saying, well, the team to beat is 10th-ranked Southern Cal. And I'm thinking, really?
Okay.
I mean, I went back through the polls before you got here. We have 8 teams, 8 out of the Southeastern Conference of the top 25.
Yeah.
8. And they keep yapping about the Big Ten's the best conference in college football and the Pac-12's a power conference. And I'm thinking, what are you people smoking?
No. I mean, Ohio State is definitely going to have something to say. I think Ohio State could compete with any team in the SEC. But other than that, I haven't seen – from last week, I don't see how you could see any team other than the SEC team and think that you're talking about any powerhouses.
The national champion folks will come out of the South again this year.
Yeah.
Ask Mary about Spicy. Jamie Schaff, hello, dear. Isaiah 117 coming up December. Good. Come promote that. I wish our praise choir could join in. All right. It's amazing. I tried it yesterday. Betty Lake. They're trying the spicy chicken, and they're trying the the Autumn Spice milkshake. So there you go. It's rolling out here on Monday. You know, when you get excited about Chick-fil-A coming out with something new in food, you just it's like, really? We're getting excited about a new milkshake. I'm a simple country boy. So, all right, let's talk about the team right here in Elizabethton. They're 0-2. I think that's very deceiving. I think you're going to see a different football team Friday night, taking on Daniel Boone, they have defeated South Green 26 or 23-0. They beat Westridge 31-0. Cherokee last Saturday 70-7. So all I'm hearing is they're a powerhouse and we're not, and I'm going to say it's going to be a good football game Friday night.
Absolutely. You know, for whatever reason, when Elizabethton and Daniel Boone get together, I hate to say this cliche, but you almost throw the records out the window, because you think about the last 2 years or the last 3 years really, when we've been part of probably the greatest 3-year run in the Elizabethton history.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest.
Oh yeah.
But we've played Boone. Each time we've played them, it's been a good game. Why is that? Because we play a lot alike. We're tough, hard-nosed, gritty teams, and I think we can expect more of the same this time when we play them. It's going to be a good game. If somebody thinks that Boone's going to score 70 points against Elizabethton, they are sorely mistaken. That's not Elizabethton is not Cherokee.
Our offense got some growing pains. I keep saying that, but our defense held a pretty good Greeneville team to 21 points.
Yeah, our defense is right there.
Yeah.
And, you know, offensively, what we need more than anything is to find that one play that we can run that gets yards. You know, the last 2 years it's been either Parker out of the backfield when they moved him to tailback, or it's been the power run with Bryson. We haven't found this year's bread and butter play, but we will. I mean, we have an excellent coaching staff.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 6:30 airtime, 7 o'clock kickoff. In fact, excellent coaching staff. There he is.
There
Our
he
head
is.
ball coach is here. Coach Whitnell's going to join us in a few minutes. We're live here at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton, so it'll be, as everybody knows, at East Tennessee State. 6:30 airtime. Richard Van Us and Cassie Fowler and myself bringing it to you. We had a blast-up game last Friday night. It was fun to call that one.
Oh man, that was so. I'm going to be honest with you right here. I have not listened to a lot of your telecasts because I've been there because of Trenton. You know, wanted to be at the game, and I know some people like to listen to you from the stands, but I didn't like doing that because your calling was always behind the play because
it's not real time.
It's not real time. So
Yep.
I didn't like that. So that was my first time listening, and man, y'all do such a phenomenal job. RV had me wanting to jump through my phone just trying to get into the action because he was all over it, and you were doing a great job. And then I watched a game on Saturday on my phone that was a live cast of a college game, and you all were so much better than that telecast. It was ridiculous. It seemed like a Mickey Mouse operation compared to what y'all had. So that's just my opinion. I'm not going to say the name of the school or anything like that, but y'all's was so much better.
Well, thank you very much, sir. I don't know what to say, but thank you. So, I love doing the Cyclones. I know that. I love that guy right there.
Yeah.
Some people came out on the tablet tonight and said he can't coach, and I'm thinking,
Oh, good gosh.
God, okay. It didn't even merit a response.
Jeez.
2 state championships and state runner-up in 3 years, and a man can't coach. Come on now.
I mean,
give me a break.
I would take our coaching staff up against anybody in the whole state. We'll get it figured out.
Oh,
you know, we talked about it in the summer. This was a top-heavy schedule that we were playing. It was going to be difficult, but goodness, you know what? It reminds me a little bit. 2 years ago, the Greeneville team that we played down there, and we won like 44-12, and people are like, oh, Greeneville's awful. Well, what happened when we played them in the playoffs? It was a total different story.
Yeah.
I think this Cyclone team's a lot like that. We'll figure it out.
Absolutely.
I mean, we got an excellent staff, excellent players that have been in the program. They'll get it figured out.
Ain't where you start, it's where you finish.
Yeah, absolutely.
So anyway, Coach Whitten is here in a few minutes. So, when you have 2 state championships and state runner-up, proof's in the pudding.
Yeah.
So
I think the guys know how to coach. The guys know how to play. We'll be all right.
I believe we'll be fine.
Yeah.
So you'll see a different football team Friday night. I promise you. The offense is going to kick it in gear. And Daniel Boone's a heck of a football team. But you know what? We're a heck of a football team, too. Our defense, stout against a good Greeneville team. And after that kickoff, held them to 14 points in 3 quarters, if I can remember that right, 3 quarters of football. So it's going to be good, folks. Friday night, get your tickets, get over and support them. If you're a Boone fan, get over there. They call themselves the Red Army. We got a lot of folks in Gray who watch this show, so get over there and support your kids. This is your year. It's your 7th in the state in 5A football, and you're getting ready to face a football team that's, I think they kind of PO'd. I think they're tired of hearing about being 0-2.
Absolutely.
I am. I'm tired of hearing about it. It's like, boys, we're getting ready to turn this thing around. And that's what the coaches want to do, and that's what that is the goal. And so we'll be there 6:30 Friday night, pregame kickoff at 7 o'clock. The Cyclones and Daniel Boone, and we come back home. Now, we kind of set the table about what's going to happen next week against Granger. We're about to unveil this Cyclone Network thing that they have put together, and all I'm going to do is show up and call the game. It's going to be 4 cameras. They built a studio in the gym. They're going to be like 4 cameras. Going to be switching cameras, so they're going to be 4 different cameras. One on the home press box, one on the visitor side, one in behind the goal post in front of the Dave Ryder. What do you call it? Dave Ryder statue. It should be on the other end where everybody can see it when they come in, but that's just me. Why would you put it down there where you can't see it?
It's so weird.
He is Elizabethton football. But so anyway, that's going to be there. We're getting ready for that. We can't wait. We're going to be rocking and rolling. So we're going to start that again against Granger next Friday night. So we're looking forward to that and getting ready to show you a whole different presentation of Cyclones football. And they deserve it. These kids deserve it. This town deserves it. So I got no dog in the hunt. It's Ronnie Brookshire, class of 77, putting all this together. And so thank you all. But anyway, all right, you got Tennessee covering the spread and beating Pitt.
Yes, yeah.
All right.
Got it.
You got Alabama killing Texas.
Absolutely.
I got Marshall killing Notre Dame.
I hope so. Go Thunder and Herd.
Go Herd.
Yeah.
That's it. Go Herd. So, Ivy Hall Nursing Home, what's going on up there right now?
Yes, sir. We're still taking short-term, long-term admissions. We love people to come in that need some short-term therapy after a knee replacement, hip replacement, things like that. We get them some physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, respiratory therapy, whatever they need. We can get them home, set them up with home health. We love the short-term success stories for sure.
Yep. Social media, how do we find you?
Ivy Hall Nursing Home on Facebook or ivyhallnursinghome.com.
You know I love promoting you guys.
Oh, I love it.
I love it.
I was going to type in the chat, like, people are saying that if you play the Ivy Hall ad early in the game, that it brings better luck. But
oh, really?
I hope so.
We'll play it in the first quarter then.
All right.
We'll play it in the pregame. That's what it takes. So, and we are going to bring the football team up here and sing again this year.
Okay. We love it.
The
Absolutely.
Singing Cyclones is what we call ourselves. I can't call hogs, but them boys got up here last year and sang. They sang good.
They do.
Yeah. And the residents loved it.
The residents love kids, the young kids, to show an interest in them 100%.
Yep. Thank you for coming, sir.
Thank you for having me.
See you Monday.
Yes, sir.
All right, he's going to get him some food. We're going to take a break, and we're going to get the head football coach of the Cyclones. He's here. He's jacked up and ready to go. He just stays ready to go. I can't wait. Cyclone football Friday night. Put on our orange and black. Let's get over there and play a really good football team. We'll take a break. He'll join us next year in the Tom Taylor Sports Show. On our buddy Joseph Taylor, Ivy Hall Nursing Home. What's going on at Ivy Hall right now?
Yes, sir. Ivy Hall, we're accepting long-term or short-term admissions. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, all insurances. We'd love to have you. You come out. You need some rehab. We'd love to help you. We got private rooms for rehab people. We can get you in, take care of you, send you home. And the food is absolutely out of this world.
Types of rehab you guys do?
Yes, sir. We have physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, respiratory therapy, and like I said, short-term or long-term residents. Yes, sir.
Yep. You also are looking for help?
Yes. I'm looking for RNs, LPNs, CNAs. If you want to be a housekeeper, laundry, kitchen, we're hiring all departments are hiring at Ivy Hall.
Ivy Hall Nursing Home. Social media, how do we find you?
Ivy Hall Nursing Home on Facebook or ivyhallnursinghome.com is where you go to fill out an application to work.
Love promoting these folks right here on Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. It is the one and only right here in Elizabethton, Ivy Hall Nursing Home.
Elizabethton FFA makes a positive difference in the lives of students by developing their potential for premier leadership, personal growth, and career success through agricultural education. It's more than learning about cows. It's becoming the problem solvers for the next generation. We are the future biologists, chemists, computer programmers, journalists, teachers, electricians who will feed our future. By creating a family atmosphere, the Agriculture Department, especially FFA, can become your home away from home. Through contests, leadership events, fun trips, and chapter activities, FFA is a great way to learn about the world while developing yourself into the best person you can be. We invite you to enroll in an ag-based course and be active in Elizabethton FFA. We'll save you a seat.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Look who stopped. Did I spell football right? I did. I was in a hurry. I did spell it right. So, hey, I want to say thanks before we get into Coach talking about the Greeneville game and then Daniel Boone. We went up last night before the rains hit. Went up there and streamed. I wasn't up there probably 5 minutes. Streamed your team and Coach Jenkins' team, Junior Cyclones. We're up almost to 1,000 views on both of those. It's unbelievable. So, thank you, folks. Can't thank you enough. You know, he says that every time we get him on here, it's our future, and it is. These young people, the cheerleaders, the kids, the Junior Cyclones. So, where do we go this week? We travel this week, don't we?
Our group travels to Happy Valley to play against Johnson City, and then I think the other group travels to Kingsport.
So, if you had to grade it so far, I mean, just the whole participation, everything, I would think it'd be A or B, wouldn't it?
It's been spectacular. I mean, the first 4 weekends we've been at home, including the Jamboree. We've had great participation, great turnouts. Teams have been highly successful. Teams have been competitive. Just really couldn't ask for a better start.
Yep. We're scheduled to stream next week. We're back home on the 17th. We're scheduled to stream some of those games on that Saturday. So this week we're going to be traveling, be a fan and watch. So, but again, the Junior Cyclones last night, thank you all for watching. Of course, who wouldn't if you got a kid up there running around and jumping through going over the mats and doing the tackling drills. It was a good thing. So, all right, let's go back to last Friday night. Great atmosphere, hotter than the Blue Blazes, and the Greeneville Green Devils got us 21-0. Give us your thoughts on the game.
Our guys really improved. I thought we really stepped it up the notch. We played super hard. Our first 2 games, we've not been blown out.
Yeah.
Just Greeneville's a great team. They got a lot of good players left. They really set the standard of how hard they play, how bad they want to win. Elizabethton and Greeneville, obviously, you could tell Friday it's still a big deal.
Oh, yes.
And, they're well coached. They do a great job. We had 2 plays in the first quarter, and then the rest of the game we're toe-to-toe. So, couldn't find a little bit of anything consistently to kind of help us offensively. And but credit to them. They're a really good team. And so, when you open up the first 2 weeks against Johnson City and Greeneville, your schedule can go a lot of different ways. You can go 2-0, 1-1, 0-2.
Yep.
It's really tough. For us, we don't get a chance to open up with some of the other teams that like other people do, and that's just where we are right now. And our schedule's tough. It doesn't get any easier. That's just where we've gotten our program to. We don't really get a chance to get a couple games on our belt, build some confidence, form an identity. Right out the gate, we got to get ourselves ready to go. So, 6A team, number 1 team in 4A. Greeneville proved it why they are. A really good team, tough. They replaced a lot of good talent from a year ago, and they're a team that really doesn't beat themselves. Don't turn over the football, really solid in the kicking game, play good defense, and just give them credit.
Our players of the game Friday night, we picked Mason Williams. We thought he did a great job in the kicking game. He really was a weapon for us. And also, Eli Williams had his typical great game, but we went with Landon Hughes. I thought we called his name out a lot Friday night. So those are 2 players of the game. They get a free sandwich from Poor Travis Deli. So, our offense didn't do what it normally does, and you're in the process of fixing that. But I thought our defense was lights out tough.
We did some things to we worked some 3-man fronts at times. We went to a 4-man front. We were super aggressive at times. I thought we did a great job. There was one particular series we went for it on 4th down in midfield to try to keep our defense fresh, and we didn't get it. They went right back out the next series. I don't think they gained a yard in that series. We played really good. We tackled. We kept them from getting some big runs and big plays. We were flying around making some plays. It was good to see from the first week, and we were very physical at times. We had some big hits, some good tackles, some gang tackles. We kind of got a little bit back to Cyclone football in some ways. We're super competitive. That's the thing with Greeneville. They really challenge your mental and physical toughness. They challenge your physicality. You know, they just don't want to block you. They want to pancake you.
Yep.
They want to take you to the ground. You know, they do a really good job. They make you have to elevate your game. I mean, I watched the tape 30 times. Every time I watch it, I'm just kind of amazed, you know, how hard and physical they do play. They kind of turn it up a notch. And so, you know, hopefully we can learn from our mistakes a little bit. You know, I think we did make huge gains on the defensive side of the ball, especially. You know, for us, we just got to make sure we do a couple better job on some things, and we're right there, you know. So 21-0, 17-7. I mean, you know, we see Greeneville, what they can do to blow teams away, and, you know, we held our own for a long time.
Saw Dalton Mitchell at church on Sunday, and I said, as the game went on, I could tell you get more comfortable. He said, yeah, he said, first series, you know, starting against Greeneville, he said, I had to kind of figure things out, he said, but by the time I felt like he did some good things the second or third series, so he, by his own admission, said, you know, I was a little nervous a little bit, but he said, I got comfort as the game went on.
Well, the thing about it is for us is, you know, you just don't really have time to go through the growing pains when you play who we play the first couple weeks. And so, you know, now you face a Boone team this week that, you know, they're kind of good every 3 or 4 years when they get those sophomores become seniors, you know. Well, that's the standard they have for themselves. We got to be good every year, you know. And, you know, so it doesn't really get any easier. But, you know, it's just hard to kind of get guys in the groove, you know. You know, Greeneville played Knox Central, and then Ed Granger. They get a chance to work some wrinkles out, some things to get comfortable, you know. We don't get a chance to do that, and that's just where we're at. That's who we play, and that's just kind of always, you know, where we've been. And so, you know, we just got to keep working hard, keep pressing forward, keep blocking out the noise, and then, you know, try to do our job a little bit better.
Block out the noise is very key. Come support these kids Friday night because they're going to have a good football team. They're playing the number 7 in the state in 5A football. So, scouting report on Daniel Boone.
Well, you know, what you kind of set the stage this week, Tom. It just, I mean, here we are at another opportunity. You know, Boone's played these games typically Saturday at 12. We ain't playing Saturday at 12, you know, and so we have another opportunity. We're on the big stage, you know, and that's why you play Cyclone football. That's why you come to Elizabethton, because every week you're going to get the other team's best shot. And so an opportunity for us, again, this year, there's only been 2 games at ETSU. We played in them both, and that's because of where our program's been. That's the respect that we get, you know, and so we got a little bit kind of get back to kind of develop that underdog mentality. You know, that's the mentality, you know, all sports at Elizabethton. Your roster from 1 to 90 is never going to be always bigger, faster, stronger, more talented than the other roster. You got to play with a competitive edge. You got to play with, you know, what they call a chip on your shoulder, kind of that underdog mentality. I'm sure we're a heavy underdog this week again. You know, so Boone's big, they're strong. They're 9 seniors on defense, 2 juniors. The 2 juniors on offense are the quarterback and the running back. You know, they're just a very good team. You know, what stands out for you the most when you watch this team is it's the same group from 2021 and the same group from 2020. You know, they're the same people, and they're really good at it. They got 2 all-state defensive ends. You know, they're really big. They're strong. They are good at the skill positions, and they have a 5-star kicker. Their kicker is probably the best kicker in the state. Punting the ball, kickoffs, field goals. I mean, he is a big-time weapon.
You know, the question, keys for us to beat them Friday night.
Well, consistency on offense. We got to help our defense. We got to find ways to scrap to get 5 yards. You know, we got to sustain some first downs. You know, our philosophy and our formula, Tom, in a lot of ways, is it's a little bit like Greeneville's. Is Greeneville kind of takes what you throw at them. They're not necessarily a huge big play team. They just rely on some guys to, when they put the ball out in space, they make you miss, and you know, you find ways to score on special teams and create turnovers on defense. But for us, I mean, you know, I think that, you know, we got to sustain first downs, you know. We've been time of possessions, you know, keep the offense on the other side of the field and do a better job of just consistently finding ways to stay on the field. Our defense is playing twice the many snaps as our offense. And so, you talk about that, Cade, Nate, Teddy, Dalton, you know, Dry, a lot of our skill guys there, they're flipping back over and playing offense, and we're just kind of we're kind of gassed in some ways, and so we got to find some consistency on offense to give us an edge.
We haven't been 0-2 for a long time. The kids I've been around this week, they're tired of hearing about it. They want to make a change. They want to do a 180. They're tired of being 0-2.
Well, 0-2 last time, 2012, we lost to Boone and Science Hill, and then we won 11 straight games and went to the semifinals. So there's a lot of shared experiences. I've been in this long enough to, people to know that, unfortunately, when you start a season with 2, you got to play. You can go a lot of different ways. Our guys are tough. They're coming to work every day. Super proud of their mentality. We're not where we want to be, but we got to find a way to get there. So I think that the biggest part we got to do is we got to continue to play for each other. We got to continue to compete at a high level. We got to do our job. Guys get focused on trying to step up and make plays and trying to kind of step out there and try to not so much play super aggressive, but they're kind of trying to overdo a play. You got to allow the game to come to you. You can't force the situation. We got to just do a better job on that, and then we got to kind of create opportunities for us to score. Be an opportunistic defense, create turnovers, get our batted balls, tip balls, strip the ball, and find a way to do a better job in the kicking game where we can get field position. So, the hardest part for us right now is we're not flipping the field. We're not punting the ball and pinning them inside the 10-yard. We're not making their defense have to go, the length of the field. So for us, that's just a game changer. With the way we've been able to win in the past. We better punt them down in the end zone, make them go the length of the field, allow them to make the mistakes. So we just got to do a better job on that. Our guys came to work on Monday ready to go. We had a good practice yesterday. And so, I think, we even though we like to talk about our program being on top, you got to have that underdog mentality. And so that's what we've kind of went back to is, we are the underdog. Friday night when the game was over, I try to Greeneville beating us was a big deal. They made it a big deal. It's still a big deal for them to beat us. My youth team got beat Saturday against South Green. Beating Elizabethton in youth football is a big deal. Beating Elizabethton in volleyball is a big deal. So these guys got to get back to they understand that they'll put on the orange and black. There's got to be you're an underdog most 9 times out of 10, and so that's the way we got to go play.
We're with you, brother. Cyclone Pride.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
Yeah, we need a big crowd over there Friday night.
Oh, yeah, we do. Just an opportunity for our guys, big stage, it's what we want to be a part of, where we want to continue to grow our program and keep putting ourselves out there. We're only going to go against the best, and that's what we do. And so proud of our guys and proud of the commitment, proud of the guys continue to push through physical therapy services, help to get our guys back on the field. We were better Friday night because we had Brad, we had Zeth. We working like crazy to get some other guys back. They've been really working hard. Just Kate, was super tough Friday night. Just on both sides of the ball, trying to run tough yards, being a great job on defense. So, everybody's stepping up in a good way. We just got to have more of that, and then, we just got to keep fighting for one another. You got to want to play for your teammate. You got to want to win for your teammate. So you guys are headed in the right direction, and a big win can solve a lot of problems, and so we need that. But we do need Cyclone Nation. Friday night, our band was phenomenal right behind us, so we were loud. It was a great environment. That's really why you play high school football. I told Ryan before the game, I said, my legs feel like Jell-O. But, that's the feeling you got to have, because when you stop having those feelings, that's when it's time to, I felt like our pregame warm-up, we were disciplined. I felt like the group behind me when we started to take the field, I felt that presence, maybe I didn't feel the first game. I felt that this group was going to fight, and so you get those feelings as a coach because you've been through a lot of those things, and just the environment, the atmosphere, you could feel it. Our pregame, our guys were on they're getting themselves focused and getting themselves ready. It was clear, you could feel it, so we've made significant progress, even though a lot of people may not be able to see, but we had some small victories, even though we're not into moral victories, but we're going to keep working and do the best we can, and our guys are going to leave it on the field.
That's what I tell all these armchair quarterbacks. I'm not at practice every day. He is, and his staff is. They're seeing improvement. It will be an electric atmosphere Friday night. Boone, I think they call their fan base the Red Army. They're very supportive, and they should be. They're having a heck of a year already, 3-0, so it's going to be a great atmosphere and two great teams. And you know this, and you've told me this off the mic many times. When you play a Daniel Boone team, it's going to be a slobber knocker. It's going to be a physical, hard-hitting game.
Well, the facts of the facts is they've really only beat us twice in school history, but you know they've played toe-to-toe with us a lot of times. A lot of times they probably should have won. 2020 we blocked a field goal to win the game. Last year Bryson scores on a final series to win the game, 14-6 game. So I mean it's just they always make it tough. They always make it difficult. Lots of respect for Jeremy's.
Absolutely,
he does a good job, and so Boone's a big 5A school, and they play good teams, and they do a good job coaching those guys up. So I mean they're going to be fired up. They're going to be ready. This is a big opportunity for them to play us on a big stage. It don't get no bigger than that. So it's now like you've mentioned, they're number 7 in the 5A poll, so they're moving up right along, and they got a lot of confidence. So our guys will be ready. I mean, you got to believe in the process. You got to trust the process. You can't. You got to. We'll be ready to go. Appreciate it.
Put me in, Coach.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Oh, I can listen to him talk all day long. If he can't get you fired up, I'm just here to tell you your wood's wet. I'm telling you. And he does have the utmost respect for Jeremy Jenkins and his staff, and he should. They're a great program. They do a lot of great things at Daniel Boone. It's a good school, obviously. And so it'll be a great atmosphere Friday night. And you know what? After the game's over about 10 o'clock Friday night, sun will come up on Saturday, and the Lord's still on the throne, folks. It'll be a football game. That's all it is. But it'll be a big one. It'll be intense, and it'll be good. But once it's over, trust me, it's over. If you don't believe me, as I tell you this every day on the show now, if you don't think it doesn't matter, go up to the ICU at the local hospital and ask them if they care who wins on Friday night, or if they care if Tennessee beats Pittsburgh, because they'll tell you they won't. So it's all, keep it in perspective. It's a football game with a bunch of young men having fun and cheerleaders cheering and the fans are screaming and hollering, having a big time. When it's over, it's over. Quick break. We'll talk baseball next with Greg Salyer, Major League Baseball update. I almost said Greg Boppin to get ready to play his commercial, but Greg Boppin won't talk baseball. He is going to talk about oil changes here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Talking to our buddy Greg Boppin. Let's talk oil changes. In, out, on your way. Tell us about getting an oil change of Abilene Express Care.
All right, no need for an appointment. Reservation, just come in. It's a pull-through service. We're going to be here about 15 minutes. We got new customer forms out there. If you've not been here before, we're going to take your basic information, and we're going to put that car in the database right there. It's going to pull up everything Josh needs to know. We got Josh on the bottom today, so he's going to clear it, make sure everything's good before they start, and since that process starts, he's going to drop it. He's going to check all the fluids up top. He's going to air the tires up. He's going to check the wipers. He's going to reset that maintenance light, and in and out in about 15 minutes.
Yep. If you're here more than 15 minutes, there's something wrong, right?
There's something wrong. Abilene comes in and checks us quarterly. They come in top to bottom, make sure the products where they should be, make sure the products are what they should be, and make sure we're running it. Abilene, at the end of the day, has the top quick lube program
in the country.
In the country.
3 oil changes: conventional, semi-synthetic, max life, and full synthetic. You have 3 to choose from, right?
We got 3 to choose from. We've got everything from 020. We've got 016 now, ultra thin, and some of the new stuff's gone for that. 540, 1540, 030, 040, 530, 520, 1030. We've got those in conventional. Most of those zeros are going to be synthetic or full synthetic or synthetic blend. But if your car calls for it, we've got it.
Hours you're open?
We are open 8 to 5:30 through the week, 8 to 2 on Saturday.
You're in, you're out, you're on your way here on Railroad Street in Elizabethton. Again, look for all the U-Hauls. You know you're right at the right place at Abilene Express Care. They don't mess around, folks. You stay in your vehicle, you pay out there, you stay if there's any questions. And, of course, you will be asked to start it back up and all that, so that aids in getting you out in a quick time. So 15 minutes or less, you're out of here, folks. I'm telling you. And the last time I had mine done, 12 minutes and 24 seconds, so they don't mess around. You're in, you're out, you're on your way. Abilene Express Care, one of our great sponsors of Cyclone Football and Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
My name is Meredith, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese is the oven-toasted, cheesy top layer. If home had a flavor, it would be Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese. I'm passionate about it.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. We are live at Chick-fil-A here in Elizabeth. And don't forget, coming up Monday, the Autumn Spice Milkshake. Going to roll it out. Brand spanking new milkshake. Peach will go away. In fact, you're down to the while supplies last for the peach milkshake, and they're going to kick in the new one coming up again on Monday. Then also the spicy chicken sandwich is back, excuse me, as well. On Monday, we're going to have a taste test. We're going to have a There you go. We have a taste test on Monday. They tried the milkshake here yesterday, and everybody on the employees said, man, this is getting little snippets, and so I had to leave. I didn't get a chance to get one, but we'll taste test it on Monday. How you doing, sir?
I'm good.
Are you a autumn spice kind of guy?
I think I might be.
Yeah. May grow on you. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll give it a shot.
We're going to give it a whirl. You better believe it. So, all right, we're back again talking, as we always do with Greg every week, Major League Baseball. Is your mother watching?
She is. She's waving at you probably. Yeah. She likes to do that.
Oh, I love it. She waves at me and I wave back at her. We can't see it, but we just kind of feel the vibes.
Yeah.
The rhythm, the biorhythms, whatever.
Yeah.
All right. I guess we'll start down the road here about 5 hours. The Atlanta Braves have pulled even with the New York Mets.
They have, yeah.
Playing some rock-solid baseball, aren't they?
They are. Yeah, they really are. So Braves have won 6 in a row. The Mets have lost 3 in a row. So, the Braves, it's going to go head-to-head, I think, the rest of the season for that division. And, of course, whoever loses the division is going to get a wild card. But you sure want to win it. You don't want to have to play that extra series of games to get in. So
because the wild card, winning the division gets you home, doesn't it? It gets you set back a little bit.
Winning the division, well, you have to have. All right, so you have to win your division and have one of the 2 best records in your league to get that first round bye. So, but that team's going to do it. The Dodgers are going to get the other one, but whoever wins that division is going to get that first round bye. So they want to do that. They don't want to have to play somebody else because who knows? It's best 2 out of 3, but best 2 out of 3, somebody can come in and beat you.
Strider's on the mound for the Braves today, going for his 10th win. 3:37 first pitch at Oakland Alameda County Coliseum, the former home of the Raiders. Yeah, who are now in Las Vegas. They are going to win the Super Bowl. It starts this week. You know that. Mark it down.
I've heard you say that.
Every year. For 7 years.
And when was the last year they did it?
Oh, I don't know. 1847 or somewhere. I don't know.
They won it in the 70s. Yeah, Stabler won one.
Yeah, they've won it since then. They won one in the 90s.
Did Plunkett win one?
Plunkett won one, yep. They've won 3.
Okay.
So, but I'm hopefully and optimistic we're going to do good this year. We're undefeated in preseason. Does that mean anything? No. See, I can't even get excited. He won't even let me get excited. We're 4-0 in preseason. Does that mean anything? Nah. All right. So, anyway, the Braves are playing in Oakland today, wrapping it up, I guess, with the A's. The Mets will be doing a double dip in Pittsburgh. They got rained out yesterday. 12:35 and 6:35 tonight, playing a double dip. So, I would assume at some point, I don't have the schedule in front of me, but I would assume the Braves and Mets will play each other head-to-head some more.
Yeah, they do. I've got the strength of schedule thing with me just so we could talk about that a little bit. And, those two do play each other. Let me see. They actually finish off the season.
Really?
I think. No. The Mets finish off the season against the Nationals, which might be a good thing for them. But, but they do have the Braves again. So let's see. I'm not sure when they play each other, but they do play each other again.
Home and away, probably play 6 more. I'd say 3 there and 3 in Atlanta. I would guess. Have to check on that. All right, let's get down to the American League here. The West it's the Astros, but now the East, whole different animal. The Tampa Bay Raiders have won 2 in a row, 7 out of 10. They're now 4.5 games behind the Yankees. Yankees have hit a swoon big time. Toronto's hanging too. They've won 7 out of 10. They're only 6 back, so really those two teams, they're in it. I guess Baltimore's 9.5 out. They're under double digits, but I would think at this point, with no more left in the season, it's Tampa Bay, Toronto giving chase to the Yankees. They can catch them.
They can.
They have. I guess.
They have compared to where they were just a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
But the Yankees, they've got some problems. Let's face it. They made that trade at the trade deadline. They traded Jordan Montgomery, starting pitcher, to the Cardinals because they thought they had enough starting pitching They got Harrison Bader, who was hurt at the time and still hasn't played for the Yankees. But they thought that, they had enough starting pitching and everything. But since that trade, the Yankees' record is 11-29.
Wow. 11 and 29 out of 40 games.
Yeah.
Whoa. That ain't getting it done in New York, that's for sure. So they're 4.5 better than the Rays, and the Blue Jays are 6 back.
And Montgomery's is 5-0 with the Cardinals with a 1.47 ERA, and they've won all 6 of his starts.
So someone's ripping, I guess, Brian Cashman in New York, right?
Yeah,
Is he still part of the team?
Yeah.
The GM for the Yankees probably going, what were you thinking? But you never know that. I mean, he could have went 0-5. So, it's easy to hammer him after the fact.
Oh, yeah.
So anytime I'm around somebody that's an armchair quarterback, I just kind of go, yeah, whatever. I've already heard about the Cyclones. Heard they said Witten can't coach.
Yeah. 2
state championships as a state runner-up and he can't coach? What are you smoking? I mean, give me a break. We're 0-2 the young football team. As he said, we opened up with Science Hill and Greeneville.
Yeah.
They weren't exactly cupcake games. We're not making excuses, but it is what it is. So, anyway, they tell these people can't coach, and now they're jumping all over Cashman in New York because he traded to Montgomery. What were you thinking? Well, he could have laid an egg out in St. Louis. He hasn't.
Yeah.
It's a 50-50
you
shot.
Never know. I mean,
no, you don't know.
Make a trade, you don't know what sometimes you kind of know, but
in this case, you didn't.
In this case, you really did.
No. Anyway, the Yankees are hanging by the hair of their chinny chin, 4.5. Cleveland in the Central with a game and a half lead over the Twins are hot. They won 6 out of 10. And the White Sox are there, too. They're only 3 back, so it's really a 3-horse race there, right?
It is. And, I really thought the White Sox would run away with that division, but they've really underperformed. They're right at 500, but right at 500 is only 3 games back.
Yeah.
So, that's been enough in that division. So, look out. The White Sox could get hot and pick it up. Kansas City and Detroit's done for the season, but that's going to be a 3-horse race, I believe, in the Central. And, let's hope it even gets closer than that. I'd like to see them come down last weekend and us not know between the 3 who's going to win it.
The crazy thing is, if you look at the wild card, unless you win that division, you're not going to be in the wild card.
Exactly.
That is crazy. I mean, because the other 2 teams right at this point would be Tampa Bay and Toronto and Seattle will be the 3 teams, and maybe Baltimore.
And Baltimore's next.
I'm pulling for the Orioles.
Yeah.
They're 72-64. They're 8 over. They're only 9.5 back in the division, so they got to get hot like now to make a run, but they could.
Yeah.
But Cleveland leads the Central. Of course, the West again. It's all the Astros. So they're a 10-game lead over the Mariners. In the National League, we talked about the Mets have lost 3 in a row. The Braves have won 6 in a row. They're even Steven at 85 wins and 51 losses. Both teams the same record-wise. Phillies 10.5 back, but in the position for a wild card spot.
Yeah.
In the Central, the Cardinals, they have gapped it. They're up to 8.5 now over the Brewers. They've won 8 out of 10, and the Cardinals just keep on winning.
Yeah, they do. And let's face it too. The Brewers have just underperformed lately too. I mean, they've hit a swoon. I think that's a good word.
Swoon.
A swoon.
Yeah.
They are not doing what the Brewers were doing earlier in the season. And some people look at it and say, well, they look at what they gave up at the trade deadline. They traded Josh Hader, and that was the big thing. Everybody was like, oh, they got rid of their big closer and everything. They were 3 games up in that division at the trade deadline.
Yeah.
They're 8.5 back. So,
Swoon.
But trust me, it wasn't because they traded Josh Hader.
No.
That was not the reason at all. I mean, if you look what he's done with the Padres, his ERA with the Padres is 17.55.
Yeah, he ain't setting the wheels on fire, but he's stretching the
He
imagination.
is not. He's no longer the closer for that team. And, and since August the 3rd, the Brewers are 14-18. You're not going to win a division playing like that.
Nope. We're talking to Greg Salyer. We're live at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton. Don't forget 3 ways to order. You come here in the lobby with us, of course. Hit the drive-thru, which, again, they're getting ready to add some more of the canopies and different things here, I think, later on in the month to bring it to – they're not totally complete with the drive-thru edition. And the other way is go in the mobile app and get Chick-fil-A One, put on your phone, and order it that way. You can order and come right out here and pull up to the curb and they'll bring it out to you.
Did that yesterday.
There you go. And you accrue enough points, you get free food. Anytime food is free, particularly at Chick-fil-A, it just tastes better when it's free.
And mine was free yesterday.
Was it really?
It was.
He orders a lot from Chick-fil-A, and that's good. We appreciate that. What'd you get yesterday?
I got a grilled chicken deluxe sandwich, the one with the lettuce and tomato and all that on it.
Yeah.
The number 5.
Number 5?
Yeah.
That's what I always get. Number 5 without tomato and lettuce and some Colby Jack cheese. You get that spicy barbecue.
Yeah,
in a little packet.
The honey barbecue stuff.
Yeah, she turned me on to that. So it's.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. So my lady did that. She said, you got to try this, and now I'm hooked. So she's good for me. All right, so you got the Cardinals and the Brewers. Then you go to the West, the Dodgers. Here's your top 5 in wins. The Dodgers have 93. Houston's got 87. The Braves and the Mets have 85. The Yankees have 81. But the Dodgers, 93 wins. Since last week, I think they won 5 or 6 games since last week. They just keep on. They're 93 and 42. Can they? What's the record? 116 all time?
Yeah.
Can they do it?
They can do it.
Because you're at 145, 135 games. So you got 162. You got.
They're not on pace to do it, but they can do it.
So 135, 162. You got what? 17 games left. Is that right?
I think they're on pace for like 111.
Yeah.
But they could do it. I mean, they could get hot and do it. So they could play. They have to win about 75% of the games to do it. But I mean, look at this team. This time next week they will have clinched a playoff spot.
Yeah, but 6 games out, aren't they? Magic number 6.
Yeah, 6 or 7, something like that. Yeah. So they have not done it yet. They will be the first team to do that. It will happen. May happen by the weekend. It could happen. Could happen over the weekend.
7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Team is phenomenal. I was looking at run differential today. The Dodgers' run differential is like 290 something. Now.
Wow.
Okay,
That's
so
incredible.
that means they have scored 200 and I think it was 293, something like that. That many more runs than their opponents this year. All right, so you think, okay, so what does that mean? Well, the next best team in all of baseball is the Yankees. And there's just like 190 something.
Oh, really?
It's like 100 points different.
Well,
100 runs different that they have scored. So crazy high number.
Yeah.
I mean, crazy high number. Nobody else has 200. They're in the 290s.
Mookie Betts, Trey Turner, Freddie Freeman, Max Muncy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, those are some of the guys. I mean, you talk about I sat and watched them. We watched them the other night play the Padres. And it's almost like they toyed with them. They went so long, they went, okay, we're going to flip the switch, and we're done with these guys.
Yeah.
And they just rolled over them. Machado and those guys, I mean, they're okay. Bell, Soto, I mean, they're a pretty good team.
They've got a great team.
Yeah. But they only got like 70-some wins.
Yeah.
And you got the Dodgers with 93. And, we sat and watched it. And I was telling her, I don't see a weak link in that team. I mean, pitching, Buehler out, but again, the pitching's holding up. Kershaw's back. He's pitching today. So the Dodgers they're from top to bottom. I mean, doesn't seem to be any weaknesses in that lineup.
No, and the Padres did what they felt like they needed to do at the trade deadline to try to catch them. But,
yeah.
I mean, they went out and got one of the best players in all baseball in Juan Soto.
Yeah.
And have a losing record since they got him.
Yeah.
But that's not because of him.
Yeah.
He has played phenomenally well. He's been Juan Soto for them. He has played up to what you would expect from a superstar player. But, one guy's not going to carry a team. And
when we watched, of course, the guy had long hair and I liked him. He had long hair. Mike Clevenger, pitcher for the Padres.
Yeah.
Well, we were sitting there watching him, and I guess you watched these deliveries. He sits there and pats his feet back and forth.
Yeah.
Pitter-patters his feet.
Yeah.
I'd never seen him pitch before, and I thought, maybe something wrong with his feet. His feet are hurting.
No.
She elbowed me. She said, no, it's the way he pitches. I said, really? It's like, I mean, he does this little pitter-patter.
Yeah.
Then he rears back and brings it.
Yeah.
6'3", 6'4", and he pitched, I think he played at the Citadel, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
So, anyway, Mike Clevenger was the guy who was on the mound. I can't remember who's they had a guy pitch one inning and took him out, and they put another guy in. I wasn't paying a whole lot of attention to the Dodgers had on the mound, but then I watched, they played some great defense too.
Yeah.
I'm going on about the Dodgers, but I mean, this is a team you want to watch a team that's been put together and they're strong. The Los Angeles Dodgers are the real deal. I don't know. I guess at this point, the only one that has, maybe the Yankees, but I think Houston may have an answer for them. I don't know.
Houston.
You think Cleveland can run with them?
No.
Short series? I don't either.
No.
So these guys are rock solid. But you take Walker Buehler out, if they had him, he's gone for the year. But
yeah.
I mean, they are stout. Anyway,
You know who I'd like to see play head-to-head against the Dodgers in a short series, and it could happen in
Braves?
the World Series. No, I'd like to see the Mariners play against them.
oh really?
I would like to see how they would match up. Yeah, and I think we may see the Braves and the Dodgers sometime in the playoffs. I think that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Be surprised if it doesn't happen. But I would like to see how the Mariners match up against them. Just kind of intrigues me.
Back to the Braves. Odorizzi, bust so far? So far?
Maybe, but yeah, I guess. But I mean, don't give up on him yet. I would say don't give up on him. When a guy has proven himself on a big stage, don't write him off too early.
When you switch jobs, they say there's a transition going from job to job. When you switch teams, is there a transition too?
Absolutely.
I would think so, yeah.
A whole different atmosphere in the clubhouse.
New people.
Yeah. You're having to learn your teammates, and you walk in there and you don't know how you're going to be received. I can remember when the Braves traded for Mark Teixeira. I don't know if you remember that, in the middle of the season, and he arrived at the stadium in the middle of a game. I'll never forget this because they showed it on TV. I was watching the game, and he goes through the dugout shaking hands with these guys, introducing himself. First time he's met his teammates. And of course he's not in the game because he arrives mid-game, but he's just walking up, shaking hands with everybody, introducing himself, and you could see him. I'm Mark Teixeira, saying that to these guys like, okay,
hey, how you doing? Go sit down. We're in the middle of the game. Gotcha.
Yeah. So, there's a whole new thing you've got to learn. I mean, you got to kind of fill out your manager. You got to fill out your coaches. You got to. There's a whole lot going on there, and plus it's a whole new city. I mean, he's had to pack up and move quickly.
How do I turn the water on? How to get from here to there? And where's the ballpark from my house? And I got to find a house. And, and then you come into as you said, into the clubhouse. And here's the thing: normally when you get traded to a team, you're coming with expectations why they got you.
Yeah.
So we got you from Houston because we think you're going to be a hot rod. So you better be a hot rod coming out of the gate. So I think there's added pressure. Just like you used Jordan Montgomery earlier in the segment. He went from the Yankees to the Cardinals and gets to St. Louis. They brought him over there expecting him to perform. That's why they got him at midseason. So I would think, as a competitor, when I walk in that clubhouse, there's added pressure on me because they got me to come over here, so I better live up to what they want me to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's a little early, but I think next couple of starts he better step it up.
He has. I mean, all right. So he's been one of those guys to me that I've always liked him, but I've always kind of had a little question mark there with him too. In other words, he wouldn't be one of the first guys I would think about to go out and get, but he might be one of those second tier guys that I would think about going out to get. So I'm not saying that he's not a good player because he is, but I think there's a lot of issues going on there, and let's wait and see.
Yeah.
Let's see if they have enough patience. We'll see what he can do in the playoffs because he has done well there before.
They've caught the Mets, folks. So the Braves and the Mets, again, the Braves will go at 3:37 this afternoon trying to take over. Yeah. The Mets will play 2 in Pittsburgh, an early game and a 6:35 start later on. So they've got 2. So, she and I sat and watched the Dodgers the other day, and they're impressive. Machado's impressive, too. Soto's impressive. Bell didn't show me much, but the guy that I got tickled at because his last name is Kim.
The shortstop.
Shortstop.
Yeah.
So he screwed up on the play. He threw an air. He one-hopped it on a pretty routine ground ball, and I told her, I said, "What? Throw it over there. You don't have to one-hop it because it wasn't like he was in the hole. Yeah. He was on the dirt." Then he got up to the plate, and he just he sat there and took 3 called strikes. Guy never took the bat off his shoulders.
Wow.
And she's like, "You got to swing the bat, buddy." I mean, he's just up there like it. Goes, sits down. I forget the name of the pitcher. They only used him for 1 inning. But anyway, I haven't watched a lot of baseball this year, but we watched it the other day, and I'm thinking I don't know who's got anything for the Dodgers because they are rock solid from top to bottom, no question. So We're talking to Greg Sal. You got him for a few more minutes. We're going to take a look at some college football coming up. Tennessee and Pittsburgh. I know you're a big Orange fan.
Yeah.
They got their hands full Saturday.
They do.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. This ain't Ball State, I can tell you.
No, it's not. If they can win that game, then that's going to show something, I think.
Well,
but it's
when you break the schedule down for the course throughout the course of the season, this is one of those. It's kind of going either way. Tennessee's got to win this game.
Yeah.
Narduzzi and those guys are a 6-point underdog at home, so you know that's on the bulletin board.
Yeah.
Tennessee's coming. We're ranked higher than they are, and we're a 6-point underdog.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I mean, if I was a coach, I'd have it plastered. 6-point underdog. We're 17th in the country. They're 24th.
Yeah.
We're an underdog at our place. Oh, yeah. I'd have that big, bold underdog when you walk in.
Oh, yeah.
So, and they're big. They're physical. They got 6 guys coming off. I've been all ACC first-team defense last year, so their defense is stout. Got the Slovis kid who transferred. I think it's Kedon, Kedon. Kedon Slovis transferred from Southern Cal, threw for 308 against West Virginia, who's not a bad team. You know, and they're coming off a big rival win over West Virginia. That's like up home. That's like they burn couches over that game. If you win, I mean, they really do. If you beat Pitt or Virginia Tech and West Virginia, you'll burn couches in celebration. They got beat, so it wasn't a Ball State win for Pitt. That was a big ball game. So they got a lot of momentum. Tennessee's got to go up there and they got to get it with it. And our previous guest, Joseph Taylor, said he made a good point. Tennessee had no sacks against Ball State, and that's to me problematic to have. Can't get any against the mid-major, but they didn't. So anyway,
that's what the announcers kept saying.
Yeah,
we need to see a sack.
Yeah, no sacks.
And there was no sacks.
So anyway, Tennessee's at Pitt. You pulling for the Big Orange? You think they can?
Oh yeah.
I'm not pulling. No, you're pulling. Think they can win? Can they cover the 6 point? Can he win?
I don't know if they can cover the 6 points. I think they can win.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be a close game. It's going to be a good game.
Well, the upset of the day is coming. I'm just telling you. You know what's getting ready to happen. The Thundering Herd.
Okay.
He's laughing already.
No, go ahead.
I haven't got a chance to say who they're playing.
Go ahead.
They're going to South Bend to play the Fighting Irish and Notre Dame at 3:30. Yeah. It'll be the loss that'll rock college football. The Thundering Herd will go in. It'll be like I told these boys that we played Uno on Labor Day. I had all the kids jacked up. I said, it's like, I'm going to be like a Swiffer when you all. I'm going to mop you all up. Little one said, yo, yeah. So the first time I got beat, he came around the table and said, I thought you were just never got beat. I thought you were the best. He wore me out. That was good. I loved it. So anyway, I've been jacking my jaws about Marshall. So I'm getting ready to tell you again, we're going to be like a Swiffer. We're going to mop up the Fighting Irish in South Bend. It's going to be ugly.
What time's that game?
3.
I'm going to watch it.
3:30.
3:30.
On NBC.
On NBC.
National television, yep.
All right.
The Herd is the word, yep. So just mark it down.
I'll be pulling for them.
Forget Alabama. Forget Georgia.
I will find something green and put on.
I can't even do it with a straight face. And I love that's my school is where I graduated from, but you know, I'm being tongue-in-cheek a lot. Although, I mean, you know, Appalachian State proved a couple years ago you can go in and knock somebody off if you play good when they beat Michigan. But it'll be a tall task. But you know, they're coming off that loss to Ohio State.
Oh yeah, Ohio State. Yeah.
So I'm sure they're mad back into their home opener. So anyway, just mark it down. Thundering Herd will thump like a pumpkin. Boop. The Notre Dame Fighting Irish. There you go.
I can't wait to see the score of that game now. I can't.
You'll text me Saturday afternoon. I won't even wait till next week. We'll go. Go Herd. Notre Dame 84, Marshall 3. Go Herd. Oh, well. You got to laugh. Life's too short. You got to laugh.
Oh, yeah. You do.
I was telling you, you got to laugh. You got to be able to laugh at yourself, and you got to be able to laugh at each other and not get mad.
Yeah.
You and Wendy laugh at each other all the time, don't you?
She laughs at me.
Yeah, well, understandably so.
I laugh at her, and I get that look.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, you get the look sometimes?
Oh, yeah, sometimes.
Well, how long y'all been hitched up?
25 years.
25.
Yeah, we celebrate 25 in May.
Awesome. You've earned it. You've earned the chance to give her that look every now and then, tweak her.
I'll pull something out every now and then. She'll say something, and I'll just something just off the wall, and I'll just like.
Really?
I won't let it go. I know about how far I can carry it.
That's it.
You know.
There is a point where the line is drawn, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, there's the old Kansas song, there's a point of no return. Yeah. You know you can go so far, and then, better not go any further.
Yeah.
Understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're quick learners, aren't we? The male species learns pretty quick.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. Yep. So anyway, the Thundering Herd will thump the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. You see, the other game would be Baylor and BYU. Kentucky and Florida playing each other. First time they've both been ranked.
Yeah,
Florida's number 12. Kentucky's number 20. They're playing that down in the swamp. You know, Florida goes from not even being ranked to 12th. To me, it's a pretty big
I
jump.
think it's a stretch.
A little bit. It's a pretty big jump. They beat Utah, which is okay. They were 7th in the country, but I said last week they were overrated, and it was proven. So, I tell you, the team wanted this. They're laying low. Keep an eye on them. Clemson. They're 5th in the country. They had a pretty good win. I don't know who they got. They play Furman this week. It'll be a checkbook game, but just keep an eye on the Tigers, because they had a not a Dabo Swinney type year last year, and I just think you just need to keep an eye on them because they're quietly. They already went up to number 5th in the country, number 5. So
I heard somebody say the other day it'll be them and Alabama for national championship.
All the buzz is Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State, and but underneath the radar, real quiet, there's Clemson.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But all right, let's get back to baseball real quick.
Okay.
Got a couple of minutes left here. I'm gonna let you go get yourself something to eat. So.
Okay.
Which one you want to talk about? The ranks or the trade deadline?
Let's talk about the strength of schedule. Let's talk about that a little bit. So, we talked about this usually around this time every year because you start thinking about where these teams are and their hunt for the playoffs, and then you think, okay, so who do they have left to play? Who are they going to be playing? Who are they going to have to face? What's the strength of schedule for each team? Sometimes it matters. Sometimes, like last year, it didn't matter. I mean, the team that should have really taken care of business didn't, and one that had a really strong strength of schedule, I went on this huge winning streak and won the division. But you do think about this. So who has the easiest schedule that's in the playoff hunt in the American League right now? That would be the Seattle Mariners.
Oh, really?
The combined winning percentage for all their opponents for the rest of the season is .479. So they have a good shot because of that. The White Sox are next. Team we were talking about right at 500. Their opponents, 483. The Astros are next. The Astros have 19 games against the Angels, Rangers, Tigers, and A's.
Cream Puffs. Yeah.
Angels might put up a fight. Those other three teams, they should dominate.
I was going to ask you, we got sidetracked about the Cardinals. Do you think the reason they're winning so big is the clubhouse of Albert Pujols being there, being a team leader?
It could be. It could be.
Of course, they're good, but
yeah, I'm sure that has a lot to do with it.
I hope he doesn't quit. I hope he comes back one more year. I hope they can talk him out of it. He's just so good for the game.
One home run behind A-Rod.
Yeah.
So he needs to pass A-Rod.
695.
Yeah, he needs to get 2 more at least, but 5 more to get to 700.
But they're going to be in the playoffs, so there's a good chance he's going to keep playing.
Yeah, but that doesn't.
That doesn't count.
That doesn't count.
Counts in all time though, doesn't it?
No, I don't think so. I don't think that
postseason doesn't count.
I don't think so.
All-time home runs.
I don't think so.
I thought they all counted.
No, I think
well,
they
that's
just
crazy.
have the 162 game schedule.
Oh, that's crazy. If you hit a home run in the playoffs, it should count.
Yeah, no, I don't think it does.
Well, that's wrong. Baseball, you're wrong.
Because that's extra games. That's extra.
Yeah, but if you hit a home run, you hit a home run. Who cares?
Yeah.
If you kick a field goal in the playoffs, it still counts as the all-time record if you kick a field goal. So, well, that's goofy baseball. That's just really goofy.
Yeah.
Are you sure on that?
I'm pretty sure.
All right, so
yeah, Mickey Mantle hit I think 18 World Series home runs or something, but that didn't count.
Doesn't count for the total?
No.
That is crazy. If you're playing, it should count. Exhibition, of course not. No, but if it's in a playoff, yeah.
Yeah, they see those as extra games that it's not regular season. So
I don't get that. That doesn't make any sense to me at all. That's the first time I knew. All these years I've been doing sports, I didn't know their home runs didn't count in the playoffs. That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. If you hit it, it ought to count. Period. End of story.
Yeah.
Would you agree or not?
Well, yeah. I mean, makes sense to me.
I mean, if you hit it, you hit it. Whether it's in a playoff game or regular season, a home run's a home run. It should count to the total tally. But anyway.
Yeah.
Speaking of home runs, Aaron Judge, is he going to do it?
I think it's going to be close. He's trying.
54 now, is that right? 54?
Yeah, I think it's going to be close.
Needs 61 to break Roger Maris's single-season record, so needs,
61 to tie it.
7 to tie and 8 to break it.
Yeah.
That's a lot of home runs in, what do we say, 17, 18 games?
Yeah.
That's all he got left to the playoffs.
Yeah, he's going to have to get on a roll to do it.
So, and I know that doesn't count. That's regular season, but I didn't know, so that blows my mind that the home runs don't count in the playoffs.
Yeah.
That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Yeah. It should count. All right. I'm going to be quiet. We got 2 minutes left here.
All right, so, Guardians and Twins, kind of a wash between them as far as strength of schedule. They have 8 games with each other. So that's going to make a huge difference as to who wins that division. Yankees, they're the teams they play have a winning record so far. The Blue Jays, Orioles, and the Rays. Now here's why those 4 teams have such a difficult strength of schedule. They're in the same division and they all have to play each other. Yeah, they're still playing each other. So that's a huge difference for them. In the National League, the team with the lightest strength of schedule is the Cardinals. Yeah. Which the only thing they think that may help them with, I mean, they're playing the Pirates, the Cubs, the Nationals, and the Reds. A lot. Yeah. Mets are next. They've got 5 games against the Marlins, 3 against the Cubs, 3 against the Nationals, 3 against the A's, and 7 against the Pirates. So, Brewers are third. They're going to need that help, I think, to get them over the top. I think right now they're that team that's on the outside looking in. They play the Marlins and the Rockies, and they have 7 games left with the Reds, so that may mean something there. But Braves and the Phillies kind of equal there. They have 7 games head-to-head, which it could help one, hurt the other one, of course. The Padres have a very difficult strength of schedule. The most difficult one down the stretch for any team that's
Padres
for the playoffs.
Yeah.
So here's why. They have 9 games left against the Dodgers.
Head to head.
Yeah.
4 there and 4 at home and 4 on the road, I guess.
So, yeah, 9 games against the Dodgers.
And a doubleheader somewhere, of course.
Yeah, probably maybe 3 game series or something. I don't know. 2 at home or 2 on the road. I don't know, but they still have 9 games against the Dodgers. Crazy. Right. So that alone gives them a tough strength of schedule.
Before I let you go, do you play Uno?
I have played Uno, yes. Yeah. I have played Uno in the past.
Well, here's my problem with Uno. The one that's supposed to be, she would give me that draw 4 and pat me on the arm. Sorry. Really?
Yeah.
And then she'd come by and go, here's a draw 2. It's not as bad as draw 4. Here's a draw 2. Sorry. I'm thinking, wait a minute. I thought we were kind of, but then you're playing against everybody's against everybody.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, is there not any loyalty at all?
Nope.
Here's a draw 4. Love you.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. And even everybody else at the table was like, God, okay. So she'd go,
that's hilarious.
Yeah, but the draw 2. And then she got that one where you can skip you. Hops around you.
Yeah.
I'm getting ready to lay down and say, no, we're skipping you. It's like, what? Pats that arm. So
that's hilarious.
That's what chapped me was the arm tap because it was like a little dig.
Yeah.
Thank you. So yeah.
I'm gonna win.
Oh yeah, and she did.
Yeah.
She won 3 times out of 6. And I said, we're done. I'm done.
Oh yeah.
She said, y'all want to play Rook? I said, I don't want to do nothing. I'm done. Nope, I'm out. I'm over. I don't want to hear about that. We go to Cracker Barrel, and she goes, those little tea things?
Yeah, get it every time.
I'm the moron, and she gets down to 1 or 2, and she'll pat that arm. You ready to order? Yeah, I'm ready to throw my food across the room. So there you go. Oh, yeah.
So my middle daughter, Rebecca.
Uh-huh.
When she was just really young, Rebecca's 19 now in college, but when she was like really young, like 6, 7 years old, you could not beat her at any game.
Really?
I mean, she would wear me out at Monopoly. I'm like.
Made you mad too, didn't it? You got tired of it.
Yeah. I mean, I was not letting her win, but she was just this fabulous game player.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know if she can still do that or not because we just quit playing after a while.
That's exactly.
Yeah.
That's what happened the other night.
We'll take a thumping every time.
That's it. You want to play Rook? No, I don't play squat. I'm done. Thank you. I'm going over and sit down. I'm done. Put the stupid cards up. Let me have them. I'm throwing them in the trash. I'm done. No, we had a good time. So anyway, we played Uno, but it was that draw 4. But this time's a draw 2. It's okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got enough cards that looks like a fan. I got like 87 cards here, like the colors of the rainbow.
Nobody else has any because
I got them all. Yeah. Give Tom some more. He's got 74 cards. Give him some more. It's like.
Good thing about that, you can lay some down, though.
Oh, I laid them down all right. No, we had a good time. So, anyway, thanks for coming. See you next week.
Yes, sir.
Get you something to eat. What'd you say? You gonna get you a wrap today?
I think I'm gonna have a wrap. Yeah.
There you go. Get you one of those. It'd be a number 8 grilled chicken cool wrap.
Yeah.
Good stuff. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Talk college football and some high school volleyball and soccer next, and also run down the schedule for Friday night. Keep thinking it's Tuesday. It's Wednesday. We're 2 nights away from football. Tell you all about it next year, right after this, from one of our great sponsors, making it go here in the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Tell me all about that, would you please?
Oh yeah, we have several free resources. We have financial calculators. So what you could do is visit bmycu.org, and if you want to learn how to get your debt paid down or how long it's going to take you to pay your mortgage off, anything like that, you go right on our website, bmycu.org, go to resources, and then you can find financial calculators, and it's just really cool. It does the work for you, and then we got the financial planner available for you at the main office, always there to help you. She is wonderful. And then this week we are opening our student branches, and I'm going to bring Velda in next week, and she's going to tell you a little bit about student branches and what that entails next week. And electronic services such as bill pay, e-statements, mobile app, all that fun stuff. We have insurance products, accidental death or dismemberment. That's free to our members. 2,000 of that. You just have to be a member and turn it in. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
And discounted tickets. People love those. You got Dollywood, Carowinds, Biltmore tickets. If you want more information, once again, you visit bmycu.org and get those. And then we've got Business Spotlight for business accounts. You can display your business at one of our 4 locations when it's available all month, and it's free, and showcase what you got.
Locations are where?
In Roe Mountain, in Elizabethton, one on 19E, and then one behind Elizabethton High School. And then we've got one in Johnson City off of West Oakland Avenue.
You've already said it, but again, social media, how do we find you?
You find me at Northeast Community Credit Union on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or bmycu.org, or you can call us at 423-547-1200.
One of the great sponsors of the Tom Taylor Sports Show, the great folks again at Northeast Community Credit Union, our good friend, Miss Andrea Lewis.
Hi, this is Mandy Lewis with Mary Kay Cosmetics. Get ready for the Mary Kay products that are not just fun for fall, they're fun for all. Ask about the new Mary Kay Beauty Box filled with an assortment of beauty and self-care must-haves, or the 2 new shades of gel lipstick, or the perfect fun for fall eye palette of 6 warm-hued shades. Check out the new fall products from Mary Kay Cosmetics. Contact me today at marykay.com/mlewis10377. That's marykay.com/mlewis10377.
How about new furniture for only $1 a day? At Cannon's, you can get your new furniture for about $1 a day and pay no interest. Over 700 items for only $1 a day. Plus, it's all in stock. No waiting, and you could be enjoying your new furniture tonight. Come to Cannon's today and save.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. Going to wrap it up here, take a look at some soccer and volleyball. Again, volleyball from last night. Excuse me, soccer. Let's go with soccer first. Daniel Boone beat Dobbins Minute, upset 1-0. Science Hill continues to be Science Hill. They're very strong in soccer. They won over Westridge 9-0. Elizabeth, the big 7-0 win over Crockett. Big win for Lauren Meyer and her Lady Cyclone soccer team. Volunteer blanks Cherokee 4-0. Chucky Doe gets a 1-0 win over University High, and Knox Webb beat Providence Academy 5-0. Won today, Dobbins Minute at Tennessee High on church night, Wednesday night. They'll play that one at the Stone Castle. In volleyball from yesterday, excuse me, volleyball, Science Hill beat Heritage 3-0. Crockett beat Volunteer 3-1. Westridge beat Elizabeth in the volleyball 3-0. Tennessee High over Daniel Boone 3-0. We're streaming Tennessee High and Elizabeth tomorrow night at John Treadway Gymnasium. Dobbins Minute and Sullivan East 3-2. DB wins that one in a 5-set match, a good one. Providence Academy beat the homeschoolers Kachia 3-0, and South Green over Happy Valley 3-0. All that going on again in girls high school volleyball and soccer in Tennessee. Let's see. High school football on Friday night. You know what I need to do out of fairness is the only problem with the two papers is that the Kingsport doesn't put, or we don't, never mind. I'll just do it like this. Don't mind me. I'm going to take care of both of these in one fell swoop. Let's take a look at volleyball. Excuse me, in Tennessee, or I'm in Virginia. Gate City defeated Abington. Union defeated Lehigh. Wise Central's ladies defeated Ridgeview. John Battle's ladies defeated Lebanon. Radford defeated Virginia High. The Lady Bearcats. Twin Springs over Honaker. Eastside beat Jenkins, Kentucky, and Castlewood defeated Council. Guess you heard that the football team they are shutting down their football program. They are. I'll talk about that in a second. One of the teams in Virginia just shut their team because of not enough kids on the roster. They've shut their program down. That's in volleyball. Now in soccer in Virginia. Where is the girls' soccer in Virginia? Doesn't look like it's in here in today's paper. Again, I'm referencing, of course, the Kingsport Times News. Nope, they don't have soccer. All right, they do have football for Friday night football in Virginia. Excuse me, Gate City will play at Abington Friday night. Union at J.I. Burton Ridgeview hosting Wise Central. John Battle will be at Holston on Friday night. Patrick Henry hosting Virginia High. Rye Cove entertaining Bland. Unaka goes across state line to play at Twin Springs and Nicholsville. Lebanon at Eastside and Castlewood at Thomas Walker. In Tennessee, tomorrow night, Hancock County at Cumberland Gap. On Friday night, Crockett will play at Dobbins Minute. Science Hill at Knox Powell. Morristown East will go to Campbell County. Knox Halls will be at Jeff County. Heritage will be at William Blunt. Also Friday night, Cherokee goes to Clinton. Carnes will host Tennessee High. Seymour will be home to Cock County. Greeneville at Morristown West. Good football game there. Greeneville number 1 of the state in 4A. Morristown West number 10 in the state in 5A. Both undefeated. They'll play that one in Morristown on Friday night. Big good ball game. Johnson County at Sullivan East Friday night. Iroquois County, the Blue Devils go to Happy Valley up on Warriors Hill, right up the road. Chucky Doak will be in Granger to battle the Grizzlies Friday night. Claiborne and Northview Academy. Cloudland will play at Hampton. Nuff said they're going to be talking to Coach Lunsford tomorrow and talking to Coach Benfield either tomorrow or Friday. Big matchup. Cloudland and Hampton. Throw the records out on that one. Cloudland right now 1-2, and Hampton is number 1 of the state. They're 3-0 in 2A football. Won't matter. Be playing Tiddlywinks. It'll be intense between Cloudland and Hampton. They'll play that one Friday night in Hampton. Unaka, as we said, at Twin Springs and Jellicoe at North Green. Our broadcast, 6:30 airtime. 7 o'clock kickoff from East Tennessee State. Daniel Boone and the Cyclones of Sean Whitney, we just had on the show earlier. Hello, Jonathan and Kim Morton. One of you all have a birthday today. I don't know if it's you or if it's Mama, but there's a birthday popped up. Hello, Carrie Reed. How you doing, lady? Want to go back and hear Coach Whitten. He was here earlier in the show to talk about the game coming up Friday night. Lady Cyclones won 4-1 over Crockett last night. They play Tennessee Middle tonight at 5 at the Stone Castle. Thank you, sir. It's good. You got a young lady that last name is Morton, who was a pretty good soccer player, to say the least. They're excited about her getting up to the high school along with the other 8th graders. So, anyway, it's going to be an electric atmosphere Friday night, again, at East Tennessee State University at William B. Green Jr. Stadium. The Cyclones and the Daniel Boone Trailblazers, 37th meeting. Cyclones lead the series 35-2. They've only beaten them twice in the history of the school, twice. But I don't think that's going to matter Friday night. You can throw it out the window. It's going to be a rock'em, sock'em, physical, hard-hitting football game. Cyclones will be up to the challenge. Daniel Boone will be very much ready for the challenge. And so this will be a great game. Again, Richard Van Huss, color commentating, Cassie Fowler producing the broadcast, and I'll bring it to you. Again, on both Facebook and YouTube, we thank you out there. We had 15 states represented Friday night, the game down in Greeneville. And they were popping up on the tablet. They had the FARs in Sacramento, California, the Costco's in Las Vegas, Bob Thomas in Dallas. We had them in, as we said, 15 states, including Tennessee. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Can't thank you enough. It is so gratifying to know that we're sitting in a high school football game in Greeneville and got people in 15 different states watching the broadcast, or at least saying maybe more. I don't know, but I know for sure 15 because they popped up on the tablet saying we're listening. And, you know, Southport, Eleanor Rambo in Southport, North Carolina. Gosh, we had the Simmerleys in Murfreesboro, of course, as we know it's in Tennessee, but just a lot of people all over the place. Of course, a lot of bunch right here in Elizabethton and Carter County, the Tri-Cities too. So we don't diminish that because you're not out of town. The local folks, we thank you as much as well. Thank you as much, too. That's what I should say. So it's all good. So we'll go on air the broadcast at 6:30. Kickoff at 7 o'clock Friday night. If you don't have your tickets, want to get them. I think gates open at 6, I think they said. Maybe 5:30. I can't remember. We're going to broadcast it. Don't know yet whether they're going to video audio. I've been waiting on a confirmation whether they're going to be able to stream it. Video and audio. I hope so, obviously. And let's see if I've got any clarification from that. So, nope, I don't see. Nope, I haven't got an update on that, so we'll see. All right. Big thanks to Greg Sager talking Major League Baseball. Sean Whitten came by talking Cyclone football, and Joseph Taylor came by just talking football in general and sports from Ivy Hall Nursing Home. Thanks a whole bunch. Out of time, we sincerely thank you for yours. Back at it tomorrow. We'll be ready to go to 11 and 1 tomorrow, then also to Food City near you. I'm not even sure where I'm going to be tomorrow, to be honest with you. Maybe I should look and see. It'd probably help to know where I'm going to be so I can tell you. But right now, I'm not even sure where I'm supposed to be, and it will be no clue where I'm supposed to be tomorrow. I got to go book a site, which we'll do. We can do that. So maybe right back here. I love coming here. It's a good place to come. All right, thanks for being with us. Out of time, we sincerely thank viewers. Hello, Carl and the boys out there working, getting after it. Thank you all so much for watching the show. Can't thank all of you enough. Carrie Reed, neat lady. Out of time, we sincerely thank you for yours. Back at it tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Until then, as we'll say, as always, bloom where you're planted and win or lose, be a good sport. Thanks for watching show number 1696 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show today at Chick-fil-A